Hello, my name is Rosie. Welcome to Roast into Diamonds. This is my January 2024 or 2025 woo month in review. We will start off with this particular painting. This is Cauldron of Mer by Ivy Dolamore. I didn't even write the finish date down. I'll have to find that. This technically would have been my first finish if it hadn't have been for not having enough of the Litera bubble drills here. And then I waited for dark green, the cat's in the way, that's okay. Dark green fairy dust, sorry Lo, up here. So I added a bunch of drills that weren't initially in the kit. I added some of these dark blue crystals, some light blue crystals. I did some red sparklers up here and some red fairy dust. All of this green, dark green fairy dust up there. I also added in their eyes, that was like a yellow, it was like a yellow green, and I added in green, like a light green, lime green fairy dust into both her eyes and the cat's eyes. I added the Terra bubbles because I thought it was kind of a fun, like, bubbling cauldron effect, along with, there are, if I can find them, pink fairy dust in here that also were added by me. They were just some extras that I had. Oh, and the purple crystals. And the final two that I also added, I think those are the final two anyways. I know, here's that dark blue crystal as well in her hair. But I also added, and I wish I would have done black, what are they called, sparklers in her tail, but I did end up adding these reddish pink ones here, and then a little bit of green sparklers in here. So lots of added bling. I participated but didn't like really like go for any like prizes or anything for the, I think it was Bling in the New Year with Tima from DP Sparklers, which was very fitting since I would say 90% of the things that I added in here were quite literally from DP Sparklers. I think the water ended up turning out really cool. I think the scale effect would have been even cooler with the black sparklers. It was almost like a scale effect. Sorry, Lotus. But outside of that, yeah, I think most of the ones that I added in, I'm particularly happy about. So this one turned out really good. I rated it 7 out of 10 enjoyment. The only thing I wasn't like 100% like sold on, this is an older kit, so there's a bit of gapping. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but like there's certain spots where I'm using the older DAC drills that it came with, and there's some like lines of gapping, which I probably could go in and tediously fix, but it's fine. And then as I was doing the upper part here with all the like bottles and stuff, I couldn't tell what they were as I was making them, so I had to keep looking at the picture like in my book just to see like what was in the background. So I think that, I don't know if I would go any bigger on this, but definitely I wish those were a little clearer. I think because of all the browns and stuff, it just kind of ended up lost in translation a little bit, but I don't think it's bad. It's just personal preference of like, I wish I would have known a little bit more what I was actually painting as I was painting it instead of having to like refer to the picture but that might just be a me problem. Oh, and I think I added some stuff to her, like, ring here. But yeah, it was enjoyable. The confetti was probably like a 5 out of 10. There was quite a bit of color blocking, you know, through here and in like the cauldron and stuff. The confetti happened to be back here a little bit in like all the different pieces back there. Outside of that, most of it was pretty color blocky. I started this 12/10/2024, and I will have to look and see when I finished it. It wasn't that long ago because I just got those Terra bubbles in like maybe a week ago. Maybe. But yeah, is there anything else? It was so this ended up being my 37th finish ever and the 3rd finish for 2025. We're doing this a little backwards. This was the first one that I actually worked on. I ended the month last month with this section, and this section done. So I did all through like this right hand side and plus the middle. I love the image, love the black cat, obviously. Love the witch's hair. It's very vibrant. It all turned out very good. Like her witch's hat is perfect. The gray is a little odd down in this bottom right hand corner, but like it's fine. Like it doesn't bother me specifically. Stop that. This is my 36th start ever and the 20th start of 2024 specifically, because I started in 2024. There are 50 colors. Well, there originally was 50 colors in this. I did some swapping up, but I think that's it for info on this one. 22 inches by 29 inches, 56 centimeters by 74 centimeters. So decent sized canvas, but honestly, like not one of the bigger ones that I've done. I actually ended up with a lot of smaller ones this month because just the way that it ended up being. So moving on to my actual first finish of the month. This is Written in the Stars. It is also by Ivy Dolamore. Go figure. I started this one on 1/10/25 and finished it on 1/17/25. 10 out of 10 enjoyment. 3 out of 10 confetti. There was a lot of color blocking in most of this, or line blocking. Stop it! Or line blocking. There was very little confetti except in like maybe her eyes, but there was a lot of line blocking or, you know, actual color blocking. This is based off of, as far as I understand, a character from Final Fantasy XIV called Alice. And that is a large reason why I'm like obsessed with this piece, because I am an avid Final Fantasy XIV player. Let's see. I bought it 12/14, so it took me a month to get this out and start working on it because I was so excited for it. It is around 62 colors. I didn't change anything in this canvas. There was no plan ahead of time on even working on this canvas, so it's not like I even had time to like think of what I would change if I wanted to. But they have some really pretty enhancements. It's 17 inches by 26 inches or 42.9 centimeters by 66.1 centimeters. 10 out of 10 enjoyment, 3 out of 10 confetti. Yeah, let's look at the enhancements. So the only bit I would have maybe liked different is maybe some like metallics where her jewelry is. I think that would have made everything pop pretty nicely. And then it's a little odd that there's just a few crystals in this crystal like necklace. There's ABs, there's fairy dust, but this is literally the only place that you see those enhancements. I kind of wish the whole thing was like a few different colors of like crystal, or, you know, like make the whole thing fairy dust or something, but it's still pretty and you can still tell what it is. And they used ABs here instead of like metallics. Again, I think it would have stood out more, like the jewelry would have, if there had been some form of like metallics or something. And then the rings, again, they just kind of, everything kind of blended with everything else. And I would have liked to see some of that stand out a little more. Kind of like these stand out because the whole thing is made of crystal. Like those stand out a lot. The other side as well. Like those are very easy to be seen. I love the rendering on her face. Her eyes are gorgeous. There's some very pretty like ABs and fairy dust in her hair and along in all of the like constellations and stuff in here. These are crystal and they stand out really nicely. All the ABs stand out really nicely. Just, I guess I wish that the jewelry had stood out just a little more than what it did. Overall, the whole thing was neat. And it was really fun to work on. And it went quick. This was like, it was like maybe a week. And I think that's because I was like particularly busy. That's the only reason it took that long. Finish number 35 ever. Finish number 1 for the year. Start number 1 for the year. And start number 38 overall. There was 37,440 drills on here. And yeah. There's that one. Okay, my husband is harassing me. So, the next one that I actually finished, this was finish number 2 for the year, but again, that first one would have been finished first if I had actually had the stuff. This one I started in December, but all I had was quite literally like this small like section right here done. And then it sat because I made the decision that I wanted to buy some more enhancements from DP with Sparklers, and so I had to wait for those enhancements to even show up. So, this one was started on 12/3/24. I finished it 1/26/25. It took a while to get those enhancements in, so again, I just kind of did Written with the Stars until these came in. Enjoyment was 8 out of 10. Confetti was like 7 out of 10. There's a lot of stuff going on in this painting. We'll go over that. Very, very enjoyable kit to do. I was a little hesitant on the blending in her skin. If you look, there's a lot of like purple, and then it comes over here to like brown, and then like almost like a gray brown. And when I first started her neck, I was worried about like how it was going to blend. I think in the camera it looks pretty good. I think there's still some stark spots that I wish blended just slightly better. But overall, I think like everything looks really good. This is a 22 inch by 22 inch or a 55.8 centimeter by 55.8 centimeter. It is round drills. 46 colors originally. I don't think I messed with the color count on this one, just swapped certain colors for a different color. I did this for the Lunar New Year DP along with Elisa at Menk Arts and Crafts. And I think that's all this, like this stats and stuff for that, but let's take a quick look at the actual stuff that I added. That's dirt from my plant because my cat knocked it over the other day, and so there's dirt everywhere. Tried to clean it up, but he kind of lives here now. So one of the first enhancements that I swapped out was this, I think it's called Rhapsody sparkler, and it is super pretty. It's like a pink to blue shade change. It's It's one of my favorites. And then we also have this crystal AB. It's like a pink crystal with like an AB coating on it. So that's kind of fun. This is the first time I've used crystal ABs before. Then a lot of the enhancements, like the original enhancements, are like in these spots, you know, across there, and then in her face there's some ABs. And if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, these are actual like glitter spots, but got lots of ABs in the background and stuff. I didn't add any ABs personally, except for the crystal ABs. Let me see if this unwieldy canvas will allow me. There we go. This is also Diamond Art Club's original placement. And there's some fairy dust in her eye as well. And then here's where we start adding things. Those green pearls were one that I added. And these were off of the enhancement suggestions by Diamond Art Club. Or by DP with Sparklers, sorry. But I didn't grab all of them. I only grabbed like a handful of them. Here's one there. That's a new enhancement. It's like yellow. Let's see. Trying to find any more enhancements that I added. I think that was everything, but there's a lot of that like crystal that really, and the Rhapsody crystal really makes all these strands like pop. So it ended up being very, very, very blingy. So it was nice. It turned out really good. All of the Sakura blossoms all ended up getting blinged out in crystals, and I love crystals almost as much as I love fairy dust. ABs not so much. ABs are a pain. But they turned out good. So those are my 3 finishes for the month. And then on to whips. This, I have a feeling, is going to be kind of a long-term whip. It's a lot. So I like a mix of color blocking and confetti, but usually they're like intermixed with each other. Like, oh, like there's some, you know, some color blocking in like the confetti craziness, but having the entire background just one solid color and then like having all this crazy confetti in here is just, it's wild, and it messes with my brain. So we'll see how long this ends up taking me. I thought Mackenzie's Stoke Your Dragon Fire was going to start in February. I'm wrong. I think it starts in March. So I'll show you what I have kitted up for, not this next month, but the month after, just because I have it. And what I'm thinking about, you know, kitting up. But there's as far as I was. I think I was here at the end of last month. So I've added quite a bit, but it's just going to take a while to get this kind of figured out. Bite-sized pieces. And then, part of the reason you haven't heard from me in the last like a week or two is because I and my child have both been sick. This is one of my sick canvases where I like just kind of take it out because it's small and I'm able to just like place a few drills. I think I had like this much done previously, so I didn't even count it as being started technically. And once I got like here, I was like, forget it, we're just gonna make this a whole like whip thing. So in January I got this done and I got that bit done. I just added this like the last hour or so. But it's not going to take me very long. You can see all of the color blocking and everything up here. Like it's not going to take me very long to finish. So should be fun. So that is my last technical whip, because I haven't started this next one. And this one also kind of counts towards Elisa's like the Lunar New Year event, because it's a cow, and technically the year the ox is it's a cow. So, and oh, I forgot to say, it has glow in the dark, which is super cool. I don't think I've ever worked with glow in the dark drills before, so that was a very exciting thing to realize, is that I now get to work with glow in the dark drills. Okay, so this is kit up already. And again, I just found out today that her event didn't start today. This is Hibiscus Dragon. I will be putting out a unboxing for this very shortly. And it's a little crumpled, but it'll unfurl on its own, but I'm gonna just re-roll it up for another month. But very pretty, kind of small, and it's gonna be totally fine. So what I'm considering doing next is I've got, I think, 2 Kiki's delivery service kits. Both of them from yuumei art. One is the version 2 of the flower delivery, which I've already done one of them for my mother before I even did my YouTube channel. Or it's Under the Stairs. I have that one as well. But I also have Artemis that I may pull out this month to work on. They're all bigger canvases, so we'll see kind of like where I end up going with it. And I'll probably end up packing the Curvy kit up in bags so that I at least have some storage for the new kit once the cow is done. So, by the way, the Curvy is from Jaded Gem Shop by Gummyy with like 2 Y's. And then the Why Always the Cows is by Cute But Weird, and it is from Munimade. So, oh, and then I also bought a Diamond Artisan. So we will see that unboxing coming up this month as well. Alright? Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a rosy day.